Introduction. Purpose of the Interactive Stream Analysis Project. Over the past several years, a very large volume of online material has accumulated relating not only to my own experiences but also to broader patterns of behavior that are increasingly common across social media platforms. These materials include live streams, discussions, commentary spaces, and community interactions involving many different individuals over extended periods of time. The scale, duration, and complexity of these interactions mean that no single authority, investigator, or organization could realistically review or fully understand the entirety of what has occurred without dedicating an extraordinary amount of time and resources. Because of this magnitude, the purpose of this project is not to replace law enforcement or formal investigation, but to create a structured, educational, and public-facing framework through which online behavior can be observed, understood, and discussed responsibly. The worksheet that follows has been developed as a tool to help participants analyze online interactions carefully and thoughtfully, focusing on communication patterns, group dynamics, ethical considerations, and the broader psychological and social effects of digital environments. This initiative arises from the recognition that modern online spaces allow large numbers of people to interact simultaneously, often amplifying conflict, misinformation, or harmful behavior at a scale that can have profound real-world consequences for individuals and communities. When many small actions accumulate across large networks, the overall impact can become overwhelming and extremely difficult to address after the fact. Preventing harm therefore requires awareness, education, and shared responsibility rather than reliance solely on reporting mechanisms or institutional intervention. By opening this material to structured public analysis, the project aims to encourage collective understanding of how online dynamics develop, how escalation occurs, and how digital communication can either protect or undermine personal well-being and public discourse. The intention is to promote safer online environments, particularly for future generations, by helping participants recognize patterns that may otherwise remain unnoticed until significant harm has already occurred. Participants are invited to engage as observers and learners. The focus is on behaviors, systems, and interactions, not on harassment, retaliation, or personal attacks. This work emphasizes that online actions leave lasting digital footprints and that all individuals share responsibility for maintaining lawful, respectful, and ethical communication spaces. Ultimately, this project seeks to bring transparency to behaviors that often occur in fragmented or hidden online contexts, encouraging accountability, critical thinking, and healthier standards of engagement. Through collective reflection and careful observation, the goal is to better understand how these situations arise so that similar harms can be prevented in the future rather than addressed only after damage has already been done. Psychoanalysing social media superstars and psychopaths. Interactive Stream Analysis Worksheet. Observational Psychological and Social Media Study. Section 1. Basic Observation Data. Stream title. Platform. Date recorded. Length of stream. Observer name, optional. Date of analysis. Primary content type, tick all applicable. Discussion debate. Commentary on individuals. Entertainment performance. Conflict drama. Advocacy awareness. Reaction content. Other. Section 2. Participants and roles. Identify observable roles, do not speculate beyond behavior shown. Participant. Apparent role. Evidence for role. Host. Leader, moderator, narrator. Guests. Supportive are positional neutral. Chat participants. Encouraging, critical, escalating. Moderators. Gatekeeping, neutral, directive. Questions. 1. Who controls the conversation flow? 2. Who receives the most speaking time? 3. Are dissenting voices allowed or removed? 4. Does authority appear centralized or shared? Section 3. Communication Style Analysis. Observe language patterns. Tone observed. Calm. Emotional. Aggressive. Sarcastic. Mocking. Persuasive. Defensive. Questions. 1. Are claims supported with evidence or opinion? 2. Are individuals discussed respectfully or personally attacked? 3. Is humor used constructively or destructively? 4. Are interruptions frequent? 5. Does conversation escalate or de-escalate over time? Section 4. Psychological interaction patterns. Observation only, no diagnosis. Identify behavioral dynamics. Group reinforcement. Echo chamber behavior. Social bonding through criticism. Conflict amplification. Moral signaling. Audience validation seeking. Emotional contagion. Questions. 1. Does the group reward certain viewpoints? 2. Are participants encouraged to think independently? 3. Does disagreement increase hostility? 4. Are emotions spreading through the group? 5. Does anyone attempt mediation or calming? Section 5. Power and influence dynamics. 1. Who appears influential and why? 2. Do moderators shape discussion outcomes? 3. Are viewers incentivized, attention, status, money, access? 4. Does audience approval affect host behavior? 5. Are newcomers guided toward a particular narrative? Section 6. Ethical and moral reflection. Consider general social ethics rather than personal judgment. Questions. 1. Are absent individuals discussed fairly? 2. Is consent considered when discussing others? 3. Are reputations treated responsibly? 4. Does the conversation promote empathy or hostility? 5. Would participants speak the same way offline? Section 7. Legal awareness observation. Educational reflection, not legal conclusions. Observers consider whether behavior raises questions about harassment, defamation risk, privacy concerns, copyright use, encouragement of targeted behavior, platform rule compliance. Questions. 1. Are allegations presented as fact or opinion? 2. Is context provided for claims? 3. Are individuals given an opportunity for response? 4. Could statements reasonably harm reputation? Section 8. Cultural and social norms. 1. What cultural norms appear encouraged? 2. Does the environment reward conflict or cooperation? 3. Are social hierarchies visible? 4. Is group identity emphasized? 5. Does the stream model healthy discourse? Section 9. Digital behavior and platform effects. 1. How does anonymity affect behavior? 2. Does chat speed change tone? 3. Are moderation tools used transparently? 4. Does monetization influence discussion intensity? 5. Would this interaction occur the same way offline? Section 10. Emotional climate timeline. Track emotional shifts. Time stamp. Emotional tone. Trigger event. Questions. What moments changed the atmosphere? Who initiated escalation or calming? Section 11. Character archetypes. Observational. Based on behavior only. Host authority figure. Amplifier. Challenger. Peacemaker. Audience performer. Enforcer. Moderation control. Observer. Explain evidence for each classification. Section 12. Scriptural philosophical reflection. Optional. Observers may reflect using ethical traditions or philosophical principles. Questions. 1. Does behavior reflect compassion, humility, or restraint? 2. Are truth and fairness prioritized? 3. Are conflicts approached with reconciliation or punishment? 4. Which virtues or vices appear dominant? Section 13. Conversation etiquette and decorum. Evaluate. Listening skills. Respectful disagreement. Use of insults or labels. Willingness to correct mistakes. Accountability shown. Score, 1 to 5. Respectfulness. Fairness. Responsibility. Civility. Section 14. Impact assessment. 1. How might a neutral viewer feel watching this? 2. Could this encourage positive behavior? 3. Could it encourage hostility or targeting? 4. What long-term social effects might this model? Section 15. Observer reflection. What surprised you most? What behaviors seemed healthiest? What behaviors appeared harmful? What lessons could improve online discourse? Section 16. Educational takeaways. Complete the sentence. This stream teaches us that online communities function best when. Complete the sentence. Section 17. Evidence notes. Observers may record timestamps, quotes, behavioral examples. No personal attacks, observation only.